I'm here at VidCon with my friend Karen Kavett.
Hi everyone!
We've known each other for a really long time, and I think we've been meaning to film a collab for
a long
years?
time, yeah.
So I'm happy that it's finally happening. One thing that Karen and I both totally nerd out about is branding. You guys may have seen that I have a lot of videos about branding on my channel, and one question that you guys have asked a lot is, why is branding so important, and what kind of an impact does branding make on growing your business or your YouTube channel or whatever it is that you are creating branding for? So I figured we'd talk about that a little bit today.
It's kind of a shortcut into telling them like who you are and what your audience is, what you're making, what you're creating. And so someone like Lauren would have very different branding to say prank versus prank. I mean, they're kind of on different ends of the spectrum, and so, you know, the branding that appeals to you, what that person is creating will probably appeal to you.
And also I feel like there are so many creators on YouTube and so many, say, Etsy shops or businesses out there, and that you may not have a lot of time to do a lot of research on something new that you're checking out or something that you come across in your search on the internet. Branding immediately gives you kind of an impression of what it is you're about to see, and I feel like really great branding draws me in right away.
Oh, definitely. If they have great branding, their actual content is probably really great as well.
For me, it's a nerd thing where I'm like, these people are design geniuses. What else are they doing?
Well, it means that they put in the time to really think about how they're presenting themselves on the internet, and so, you know, what they're making, they probably put a lot of time into that too.
And even if you don't even notice branding, you don't think you notice branding, or you don't even know what a logo is, it still has an impact on you, and you may not exactly know why. So what tip would you give to somebody who is just starting to build their online brand, who may not necessarily have the budget or the knowledge about branding, in order to have them create something that's cohesive and that shows people who they are?
Well, number one, keep it simple. If you're not familiar with, you know, even the programs that you're using, don't try to do too much right away. Number two, make a mood board. Find like anyone who's making similar content, screenshot what their Twitter page looks like, what their Facebook looks like, what their YouTube channel looks like, and kind of put them all next to each other. Try to identify maybe a color scheme or a specific graphic element that a lot of people similar to you are already using, and obviously don't like directly copy it, but you can pull inspiration from that.
And don't use too many fonts.
Yeah, pick like 2 fonts and stick with those.
Ones that work with the color scheme you like or the vibe you're going for.
And are easy to read, especially for the information that you really want to get across.
People a lot of times, because they like my branding, will ask me, how did I make my banner? What programs did I use to design it? And that is such a complicated question, because
like, that's not the question to ask.
Yeah, well, I've also been doing graphic design for a really long time, and it's not just like click and drag different elements. I'm creating everything from scratch. It's kind of hard for me when I can tell that somebody has maybe never designed something before, how to give them information that would be helpful or
graphic
mean
design 101 in a single email.
Exactly.
Like, that's not going to happen.
But what would you say to somebody who approached you and asked you a question like that?
Well, if you're really interested in learning, you know, Photoshop, Illustrator, these programs that, it doesn't have to be Photoshop, it could be GIMP, there are other like free versions out there, but like a similar photo editing graphic design program, a piece of advice I give is pick a design you love, try to recreate it perfectly. This isn't something you're going to put in your portfolio. It's nothing.
Don't copy somebody else's.
I mean, you're not going to share this anywhere. This is just an exercise for you to learn all the tools and everything that goes into creating a design like that. And so you don't have to be creative at all. You know, you're just trying to recreate each element and learning how to do those things. And then later on, when you're making your own design, you can rearrange those and, you know, actually be creative and make something new, but you have the background and you know what tools to use to get there.
You can also hire a designer. How do I hire a designer if I don't have a budget to hire one?
A suggestion that I give a lot is, if you have no budget at all, find somebody who's in a similar position as you and trade skills rather than money. So maybe like you're a really great editor or you're a really great musician, and then have them design your banner and your logo, and you write them a theme song and then end music and all of that.
There may be somebody out there who needs something that you really know how to do well. So that's actually a really good idea.
Especially, I mean, ask around if you're still in school, ask around at school, you know, find people your age, people with the same number of subscribers on YouTube, and then, I mean, you guys can be friends and just trade skills all the time.
It's a really valuable connection to make, for sure, so, you know, reach out to people.
Yeah. So another thing about branding is that it's not all graphic design.
Yeah.
Like, it's not only designing logos, designing your background, it's also kind of, you know, your hair color, what you look like, what your face is, or any sound effects, any catchphrases that you use. Literally, like, the way that I think about good branding is how easily could this be parodied? Like, how many elements could they take from what you're doing so that somebody else would recognize that they're referencing you?
That's brilliant. I never thought about it that way before. I really like that.
And so, you know, they're not all visual. It could be, you know, a catchphrase. It could be the style of voice that you have. You know, anything that kind of sets you apart from everybody else making videos.
And if it's not a YouTube channel, if it's an Etsy shop, your packaging, the way that you put together your orders, even the email that you send to somebody after they order, the vibe of the way that you thank them for their order, it can all reflect your personality and the personality of your business. I try really hard to just be me and be genuine, and so my personality is kind of my brand at this point, especially because I do so many different kinds of things.
I think it's definitely helpful to kind of step back, try to see it from somebody else's perspective, even show it to other people and say, when you look at this, like, what words come to mind? What do you think of? What do you think this is representing? And see if that matches what you were trying to get across.
That's giving me actually a lot to think about, which is cool. You're always learning in this sort of situation, and so don't feel too intimidated because it's a large field and it's a lot to think about. So both Karen and I have YouTube channels, and we have spent so many hours working on the branding for our channels, and we've also been on the site for a really long time, so there have been many different iterations of our branding over the years. Can you kind of describe what your channel branding is like right now? How did you develop that concept, and how has it changed over the years?
So mine is currently kind of in transition. I've been kind of slowly working on doing a whole bunch of like rebranding. Mostly I just want mine to look approachable, you know, fun, exciting for kind of a teenage artsy audience. So I've definitely kind of redesigned over the years. It's kind of always in process, and that's another tip. Don't be afraid to change your branding if you decide you don't like it anymore, or you've learned new skills and you think you can do better.
I actually really like my branding right now, and it's
so cute. I love it.
Thank you. I'm really a perfectionist when it comes to graphic design. Anytime I've designed anything for myself, I look at everything that I could have done differently. I go and I tweak little things constantly. I'm always changing it. I've totally changed my colors that I use. In general, I've tried to keep it very friendly, very sweet, very like cute, for lack of a better term.
You. I mean, it basically like is you, but on paper.
In graphic design form. But the branding that I have right now is the first time that I think I really hit on what I've tried to do in the past. And because of that, I've had this branding for many years now. Normally, after about a year, I'm itching to completely reapproach everything. And this has been a design that I think really speaks to me. So therefore, it speaks to other people as well. I think liking what you create is a big part of whether other people will like it as well. I think that a big step forward in my personal branding was when I realized that because my last name is Fairweather, I should start using sky blue and clouds in all of my designs.
That's so cute. I love it.
I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner. So think about what your channel name is, or what your content is, or what your business is trying to get across, and think about sort of visual connections, or even like literal sorts of things that you can pull out of that.
I love that. My logo does not do that, but mine is the cat holding the umbrella.
Oh yeah.
But I still think, you know, it's kind of a whimsical, fun little thing, which kind of goes with my content.
You've also used that for so long.
Oh yeah, I've had that since like 2008.
Like, I associate that with your channel, even though you don't have a cat with an umbrella in all of your videos.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching our video today. I hope that what we talked about was interesting or even helpful to you guys. If you enjoyed this video, we actually also made a video for Karen's channel.
We're gonna do a craft, but Lauren doesn't know what it is yet. We're about to film it, so make sure you watch and find out what craft it is.
It's a surprise! I'm so excited, and you guys know that I love crafting, so we had to make something. So if you haven't already, definitely go over to Karen's channel and check out the video that we made for her.
And then we basically just can't get enough of each other. We filmed another video for HGTV Handmade.
I really love HGTV Handmade. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels.
Aww.
I'm so excited to actually be in an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Bye!
Bye!